Well, hey everybody. Get these glasses up here on top of my head so I can see y'all at a distance. Well, folks, it is cold down here in Georgia. It is 30 degrees at this moment with a wind chill of 19. I am freezing my booyaka, as Come On says, off. My butt's in sweatshirt, sweatpants, socks, house shoes. And that's in the house. I went out and put the chickens up today about 3 o'clock because I know the temperature had started dropping. It started this morning. It was nice and, well, normal temperature for around here and like 42, 43 degrees. And it's been dropping since then. Hello there, Hiking with Jackie Boy. How are you guys? It has been one of them weekends. We are just not used to this weather, folks. We don't know how to act down here. And they talking, well, it was misting like kind of like sleet earlier today. And right now I think it's too doggone cold to do any of that. I don't know. What do y'all think? 45 in South Texas. And it feels like 43. Well, I'd take the 43 today any day compared to this wind chill like 19, girl. Woo wee. So, Kevin, what's the last big trips that you guys have been on? I haven't been on your show but one time here lately. It's just been one of those going months this past year, but we're starting a new year and everything's going to be better, guys. Everything's going to be better. Oh, so y'all got the same weather where you are as Jovita, huh? I don't know how far down in Texas you guys are. But we're not used to it. I don't know about most of the folks here. When it's cold down here, we say we're in Lower Alabama. That's right. That's right. Because Tony lives in Florida, guys. Right up, not far off the beach. Lord Jesus. Woo, we don't know how to act. We do not know how to act. Well, let's see who all we got in here so far. We got Neil with Hiking with Jackie Boy. We got Jovita. We got Miss Wheat. Oh, who else we got? Tony. Looks like that's it for now. That's okay. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. But boy, did anybody like the recipes that I've been doing? Since the weather has changed, I have started you're near at the wetlands in South San Antonio. Oh, I've seen the wetlands there. Back years ago, I used to go down there for the South Texas Trail wagon train that they put on every year. And we would go down there and just have a ball riding out that wagon train. And I was just absolutely flabbergasted the first time I went, guys, because at that time they had the Budweiser truck would follow the wagon train, and it would stop about every hour, 45 minutes an hour. And I didn't know what the heck we were doing all them stops for, because I thought surely folks can hold their bladder. You're on the side of a highway, because there wasn't any country roads down there to ride on, not where we were going anyway. And comes to find out that they're giving out 2 beers every time they stop. So them guys drink. Well, everybody was drinking their beers and having to go potty, from that. And I was down there with some friends of mine, and 2 of them kept saying, if you're not going to drink, go up there and get in line and get your 2 beers. You can give us 1 each. So I went and get 1 for Malone and 1 for Pops. That was the friends that I had that were there at the same time that I did. But those were the good old days, guys. I loved riding horses, and I rode them all over the country. It was so much fun. I did a lot of wagon trains in South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Texas, Mississippi, and Florida. But not wagon trains any other states, just in those areas. The rest of the time I just rode, like we rode up in the Appalachian Mountains, and we rode in a place called Stinking Jim's. It's not there anymore. It's been turned over. It was a it was a horse camp. And you would go there and you would ride. Actually, it was part of the what is that walking trail that goes all the way from the coast to coast or whatever? I can't even think of the name of it now. My mind goes blank when I try to think of things. But anyway, I used to ride up through there. We'd ride in Louisiana. We'd ride up in Texas and Tennessee, Kentucky. We were constantly on the road, guys. It was just fun days, fun times. Yeah, spent lots of money too. If I'd have been a drug user or an alcohol user, boy, I'd have shown up I'd have been in debt to this day, probably as much as I rode. I burned the roads up back in them days, wore out many tires between my horse trailer. I had the horse trailer with living quarters. And between that horse trailer and that big dually truck that I pulled it with, man. Yep. So it's going to be in February. I know they still do it. I haven't done it in years. My poor horse is 22 years old, and I have not ridden really enough to even say I've ridden a horse in the past couple of years. So it would probably kill me now to ride, but it wasn't nothing for us to ride 40 miles in a day back when I was riding all the time. And my horse was used to it too. So we were both in gear, but he's 22 years old now. And I had Good Shepherd. We were discussing my horse going to Good Shepherd and working with the handicapped children over there. Well, handicapped people in general, but especially with children, because he is so good with kids. And he's really a laid back horse. Back in the day when I rode, guys, sometimes some of my friends I'd get out there and, I'd get sidetracked or they'd get sidetracked and we'd get separated and I didn't know where the heck I was going. So I just give him the rein and I said, all right, boy, let's go home. Go back to the camper. Go back. And he'd take me right on back. He'd put that nose on the ground like an old hound dog and he would take you back to camp. It was the darndest thing I ever seen. And one time we were at a camp up in Tennessee and all of a sudden he shrilled out, and one of the guys that I rode with, an older guy named GL, he looked at me kind of funny and he said, I ain't heard a horse do that since I seen wild horses back years ago. And he was a lot older than me. So, he started out riding horses and just being wild, crazy old guy. So anyway, he was just shocked that my little lightning bug was whistling or whatever, blowing and whistling like that. And it all came from way back into the woods. There was a guy coming out from down there. He had on an orange toboggan, an orange hat on his head, bright orange. And he saw that orange hat coming through the woods there before we ever saw anybody, but he knew they were coming and he let us know it, boy. It was the funniest thing. I used to wake up in the morning and you know how you get up and you're about staggering around there about half asleep and hadn't brushed your teeth. The first thing you do is you run in there and get your drink of water, go to the bathroom or whatever. And I'd stand up and walk back into the front of my living quarters, and there would be my horse looking at me through the window. He was like, hey, you're up. Come feed me. It was so funny. For years, I hauled around panels, and I'd make him a whole section, sectioned off section for him so he could walk around and lay down and all that stuff. And I was telling Joey earlier today, I said, reckon I should go put Lightning's coat on him. And he's, no, it ain't going to get that cold. But I don't know. It's pretty doggone cold. But he's done got his little thick pony. I call it his pony coat because he gets real thick and fluffy like a pony, does. It's the wildest thing. There's Harleen. Hey, Harleen. How are you, hon? Yeah, it's just the wildest thing. Guys, I know I'm rattling off about stuff that don't mean hill beans to y'all, but it was fun times back then. It was fun times. So, how are y'all handling this cold weather? Man. I'm not used to it, folks. I am not used to it. No. Went over to visit the granddaughter yesterday. Our youngest granddaughter, she had got one of those Apple iPad things for Christmas, but they didn't give her a cover for it. But so I bought her a cover and took it over there and gave it to her, and she was thrilled. She wanted a pink one, so I ordered her a pink one. I don't remember when I had kids that loved pink, but she does. Anyway, I am doing pretty doggone good. Glad we made it another year, folks. We made it another year. It's going to be an exciting year, guys. I have got to get out here and get some more videos out. I've got some stuff going. I'm going to be doing some more food videos because, heck, I like to eat. And it's too cold to go outside. I rush out there and get those critters fed up. Joey lets the chickens out, and I go put them all up, and I feed everything. And I'm afraid I'm going to have to put plastic over the front of the stalls and start locking the sheep up at night because it's so doggone cold. Put me some heat lamps out there in the barn. But anyway, yeah. Hey, there's Butt Nuggets Homestead. Hello. Hello. Well, thank you. I said, ramble on. Yep, those were the days. Those were the days, guys. There's Rainy Ridge. Hey, Tina. I assume it's Tina. Are you guys have a video or a live after this one every week? I asked you last time, but I think you had already gotten off of there. Charlie is not loving the weather. He is just laying around on an electric blanket next to me. I know Joey's got fire going in the fireplace insert in the old buck stove there, guys, and it is nice and snugly in the living room and hall and bathroom all area. But over here in the kitchen, it's beginning to get a little chilly because it knocks our heat pump off. And but it's all right for now. I'll be able to handle it. And if I don't, I'll jump up and go light a gas heater in here, guys. Yeah, I have to come up with a song for that, baby. And you don't hear me sing. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. Well, guys, I was so disappointed when Peter told me that DD5 and them are considering not doing the meetup there this year. I really looked forward to that meetup, but I'm planning as much as possible to go to the one that Mike and Terry are putting on at MT Homestead, and also the one that Jan's putting on there in Oklahoma. Oh, there's one also going on down in Savannah that's being put on, and I'm going to attempt to go there. There's also one going on, an expo, South Texas Expo, but I think it's the same time as the one that's going on in Savannah. I'm not sure, but if it is, that means I'll probably won't go to it. I'll just go to the one in Savannah. It's yeah, Jan's is in Missouri. That's right. I don't know why. What did I say? Arkansas? Brain dead here. Yeah, I know it's Missouri. I went last year, girl. Just brain dead. Tina and Eric go live on Saturdays at 5 p.m. Central. Well, your husband and a couple of guys went live after me here a few weeks ago. That's what the live I was talking about. I don't know. Let's see. Lean on Us. I've heard that song. Yep. Gosh, guys, it is exciting to be starting a new year. Oh, Social Security made me go to the doctor and have a health, physical, whatever, first of the year. And they give me a pamphlet of paperwork and ask me 14 million questions. I don't know if you guys are old enough to have to do that, but I could not believe it. I said, holy Jesus. I mean, I went in there thinking I was going to be in and out in like 15 minutes, and doggone, I was in there an hour and a half in with the nurse, the clinician, all of whoever's I had to see. I'm not used to it, folks. I'm not used to it. I said, doggone. If you wasn't dead before you started asking the questions, you're liable to be. Because they ask questions, and then they'd ask you questions like, are you depressed? Do you drink alcohol on a regular basis? How many drinks do you have per day? How many drinks do you drink in a week? If you wrote no, then why you got to answer all them other questions? If you didn't answer the questions, then you had to go back and answer them. It was the dingiest thing I've ever seen. It was just, even like, are you depressed? Do you feel anxious? Oops. Sorry about that, folks. Took y'all for a bounce. Hey, there's old man King Peter. We were talking about you just a minute ago, Peter. Uh, Same thing. Yep, same thing. Oh, but Nugget says you don't go to the doctor. I understand that. Sometimes I wish I didn't have to. With this new thing with my stomach and them thinking I might be getting stomach cancer, I better get my butt up there and go. So I went. Not fun, not fun. Uh, how much? How much? I understand that. I understand that. Yep, yep, yep. My husband said, I just told him I drank a lot, but I do it on the weekends. He used to drink every day, and then he decided he was drinking way too much and getting into too much trouble. So back 30, about 25 or 30 years ago, he decided he was going to quit, and he drinks now just on Fridays, Friday evenings after 12. So, maybe it's after 3. It's after 2 or 3 o'clock, and then from then he'll drink till Sunday. So, and he may drink a 12-pack on Friday evening or Saturday or whatever, but he'll drink for the weekend, and then he won't drink again until the next weekend, you know. So that's a whole lot better than what he was doing. Hey there's Leonard Mountain. I guess this is Amy. Girl, hadn't seen you in a while. Did pop in on a couple of your videos here lately. I don't even know if I commented. It's been hard. I've been trying to get caught up and see everybody, and oh goodness. But it's good to see you. If y'all know of any meetups that I didn't mention, you guys send me a text or let me know, because I'd like to get my lineup. I got me a journal so that I could start putting everything in there so I can get ready for this year. I'm excited, guys. I'm excited. But I had so much fun. I had so much fun last year that I'm really disappointed that DD5 and the crowd up there is not doing one. I guess he didn't get as much help with it as he thought he would, maybe. That is a lot of stuff to get done at one time. And with the expenses and everything, you have to put that money up front for all that stuff. I'm sure it was rough on them. And with them buying new property and all that, they probably just don't have time now, but I understand. Don't mean I like it. Oh my goodness, guys. I am so happy to see y'all. I guess this is Brent that's on here with Butt Nuggets. I've seen a couple of bobbleheads videos. Not much, and I've seen Our Mountain Home, Jen and Wiley, and I get so tickled at them with some of the things that they do, but I like it. I get so tickled. I'm so glad that they got their property, and I think they'll go forward real quick, but they're getting their little pavilion set up and everything, so I'm happy about that. Let's see, what else is going on? It has been a while trying to catch everyone is hard. Well, thank you, dear. I'm glad you did. And like I say, I popped in on a couple of yours, and I don't remember whether I left comments on your videos. But like I say, when you're busy trying to do all this stuff and still have a life and a home and family and kids, especially with all the grandkids and family all here this summer, I mean, through Christmas and Thanksgiving and all that, I had to really cut back, guys. But anyway, I'm going to be putting out some more food videos because it's too doggone cold to get outside and do anything. And I am hoping, Peter, almost 100. What's almost 100 so far? Dang, I missed something. Guys, almost 100. Bobblehead is too far now. Too far away, I guess. Yeah. It's a good ways up that doggone mountain and them winding roads up through there. Yep. Talked to Mama V this week. We had a good little conversation just about everything and anything. You know how that goes when you get on the phone. And I got to get up with Jan because I wanted to participate in their little thing that they're doing with an alter ego or whatever, a sibling or whatever, that they do. And I just think that would be fun to participate in, collaboration thing. Anyway. Art Wildman is almost too far and he's just down the road. I understand that. Well, Brent, did you guys ever haven't been in on yours at all? And I am so sorry. I am subscribed to you guys, and I will check and make sure that they have not dropped me off. But not been on one of your videos in quite a while. But did you all? I know you got the camper from Dogman, and then you didn't use it, and you got a van or something, or whatever. And then that's about it, guys. I'm sorry. I've just seen a couple of little things here and there and didn't get to watch all of them. So I would not say that I know what's going on with you guys. I hope you guys have gotten into a warm place with all this cold coming. I don't know what the temperature there is there where you guys are in Oklahoma. I mean, in Arkansas. But I said Oklahoma, didn't I, when I was talking about Jan's place? Yeah, I'm a dingbat. It's Missouri. I don't know why I said Oklahoma. Brain dead, but I've told y'all from the beginning, I don't have a brain cell. There ain't but a few of them left, and in what little bit's left, I have a thought memory of about an inch. I think that's about it. That's about how far I can walk from here to the back door and forget what I'm supposed to be doing. I bet it was too drafty. It was in rough shape, but I guess it was better than nothing until you could do better. I don't know. Yeah, it was nice of him, I thought. Yeah. Like I say, if you didn't do, I mean, if you had a place, even like his place, if you've been able to cover it somehow or another and maybe do some repairs until you can do better, you're proud. You're real proud to have it. That's the way I was anyway. And it's too doggone cold. 19 there. Well, the wind chill here is 19 and it's 30 here. Good gracious, we're not used to it. There's Mr. Joe Jacobson. Hello. I bet it's cold there where you are, Mr. Joe. So tell us about it. Everybody, I was telling folks just now that it was 19. The wind chill is 19 right now. And boy, you can feel it cutting through your clothes when you walk out that door. It just about knocks you down. Here in Georgia, we're not used to that kind of stuff. So 76 RV was much better during snow. I bet it was. Good for you. Let's see. But, girl, 19. My daughter and her family are still living in camper. They get the keys to their house there in Iowa, the new place that they had to move to. But she called me this morning and she says, Mama, she said, I've just about froze to death. They have 9 inches of snow. And she said, I was out there with the hair dryer and a little electric heater trying to thaw out the septic tank, the little trap that opens and closes for their septic, because it had froze closed and they couldn't open it, and the toilet was backing up in the camper. So I just cracked up laughing. I said, why don't you just set the heater out there and leave it? She says, I couldn't. There was too much snow. I figured it'd cause a fire. I said, it wouldn't go very far with all that snow. Oh, Leonard Mountain says 22 and feels like 14, girlfriend. Whew. Here, I think 19 wind chill. It's cold. I can't imagine 14. Yeah, we had that. We had 19 at Christmas time, year before last. Not this past Christmas, but the year before. And that was doggone cold. And it got down real cold. I don't even know. I can't remember now what the wind chill was. But that 19, I had put those heat lamps like you put in chicken pens or whatever in the under the house. I just clamped them to the beams under there and put them under there to make sure my pipes didn't bust. And I wish now that I had ran an extension cord down to my greenhouse. I'd had to run 2 or 3 because my Dang, sounded like rain, but it can't be raining. Now, my Echo Flo Delta is only charged halfway because I've used it one time. I'm gonna have to get out there and plug that sucker up because all my stuff will be froze in the morning as cold as it's getting. Anyhow, so I'm gonna wish like the devil I had to run an extension cord out there. I could have run it from the front porch or whatever out to the greenhouse. It'd probably be, I don't know, 22 felt like a year over 21 to me. Oh, lordy, lordy. Mr. Joe said 11 degrees and 1 degree wind chill. Holy cow, we ain't got nothing to complain about, folks. We ain't got nothing to complain about. I can't even imagine. I'll let y'all have that weather. If it was up to me, I'd be down on about Miami or down to the Keys or something. If I had anything to do with it, that's where I'd be right now. Woo, just thinking about it. Yep. I don't know how y'all take all that weather. I guess you just get used to it. When I was a kid, we never wore coats. Even when it'd get down real cold, we just didn't wear coats because, they were just cumbersome. And if you did wear a coat, it was sure enough cold because you just couldn't move in them. But your body was used to it because we didn't have heat in the old house we had. We had a fireplace that was open, and 99% of your heat goes up the chimney in an old fireplace. So you ran in there and you heated one side, and then you rotated and heated the other side. You were rotisserating yourself, I guess. Oh, humid in Miami. I could take some humidity right now. I really could. But when it gets like 90 something here and the humidity is 80%, I can't stand that either. Hey, Jerry, boy, I love that introduction on your live tonight. It was so funny. The little video you guys have. That was just so cute. I wish I knew how to do all that stuff. You ought to fix one for me and send it to me. Yep, I really did like that. That was so much fun to watch. Oh gosh. Anyway. But we've been jabbering on here and ain't really told a whole lot, guys, but that's how it is. Oh. How about you guys, Jerry? What's the temperature there where you guys are? It is 30 here. Well, it was 30 when I sat down here. The temperature's dropping like crazy. I kept hearing popping noises. I live in a really old house, and the temperature changes. You hear the popping and creaking and all that kind of stuff. So we're used to it. Come get some rabbits. If they're in a pan, I would love to. I need some rabbits. I need me some of them pink-eyed rabbits so that I can start raising me some and growing them all. Putting them suckers in the freezer or canning them one. That'd be nice, guys. I'm going to be doing a chicken pot pie, whatever y'all want to call it. I'm going to be doing a video on that in the next day or two. I'm also going to do a video on that cabbage where I was telling y'all about how we hollow out some cabbage and all that. So we will see how that goes. Let's see, 16 right now. Whoo! Y'all can keep all them cold weathers. I don't know how in the world y'all do it. I made some chili earlier this week, and boy, it was good, guys. My daughter and my oldest granddaughter and my daughter came up and ate some chili. They got Joey to haul some stuff to the Dipsy dumpsters or whatever they are for them. We call them the Dipsy dumpsters, but actually what do they call them? Recycling. I forget what they call them. It ain't recycling. It's just the garbage place. Let's see. The high today was 20. Oh, Lord. Our high was this morning. It was like 43, and it's been dropping. slowly, and it's 30 or 29 or 30 now here, and it was 19 with the wind chill. So I don't know now. I think I looked; it was somewhere about between 8:30 and quarter till 9, something like that. There's Miss Sheila Tubbs. Hello, Sheila. How are you? Yeah, the wind just cuts right through your clothes, and that humidity being that high, it really feels cold. Yeah, I even had to get me out some gloves today and put on when I went out and fed the chickens. My old wrinkly butt is I ain't used to all this wind chill. I'm gonna have to get a big coat if I'm gonna be doing much in this for the next week. I think we're supposed to be getting it, and there's a very good chance we will get rain. I mean, snow later on this year, later on this week, and that'll be a real rare thing here where I live. We don't get snow very often. We can get any often. Well, we got a few drizzles, and before I could go back and tell folks, "Hey, y'all, it's snowing," it quit. You know how that goes. Hmm. Let's see. Need a colony. I don't know what they're talking about. Da, 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 da. Uh, Notifications didn't go off. Uh-oh. Well, I'm not getting them from some of my people, so I'm having to go back in and make sure that the bell is clicked, because I've noticed that a lot of my people that I'm subscribed to, some of you guys, I don't get a notification on. Uh, oh, guys, we are getting lots of eggs now. I get about 6 to 8 a day, which thank God is good. Why didn't they do that during Thanksgiving and Christmas? They quit there on me. I had to buy 3 dozen eggs this past year. It about killed me. I'm not used to do that. We had a serious talk with those hens. I said, look at here, woman. We ain't putting up with this crap. I know how to put y'all in the boiler. So anyway, uh, yeah, I was doggone Jerry. I don't know what it is. Our time zones is different. And I came in when I thought y'all were starting the live. Y'all were ending the live. So that's the way it goes. I had to watch it, the replay on it, or whatever you call it, the video of it after that. Mm. Oh, well, Jerry, like I said, I came in. I thought y'all were beginning your live, a few minutes. Y'all were actually ending your live. I got confused with the times or whatever. I don't know. But anyway. Oh, well, I will try to do better. Jerry, thank you. That's right. We will eat eggs or we'll eat chicken. That was the ultimatum I got. I give them chickens. That's right. Wait, I sure did. I told them little heifers, all right, women, we're not putting up with this crap. If I'm going to buy feed for y'all and I'm going to come out here and let y'all out so y'all can ram around here and think like y'all own the place, crap all over everything, you're going to go in there and lay me some eggs. So they started back. We had to heart to heart. Anyway. Mm. Jerry, you might have to. You might have to. No, I'm going to get my time set up. I need to go back in and make sure that the bell is still clicked on y'all's too, because I didn't get a notification. I just remembered that y'all had one. And I didn't get one on Desi this week either. Peaceful Des or whatever. So I know that's what it is. I don't know why they undo those. And I've noticed that I was unsubscribed to a couple of people. They unsubscribed to my husband from my channel. I don't know if they did that just because he was my husband or if they just unsubscribed him because of whatever. But as far as I know, everybody else is still in there. But guys, I need 131 or 32 subscribers to get to my 2,000, and I sure do wish I could get there. So you guys help me out. Think about that. Ooh. Mm. I don't know about y'all. I don't know about y'all. Let's see. I'm getting a sore throat. My kids come down here, on the way to Ohio and stayed a little over a week. Well, my daughter was sick. Her husband was sick the week before, because they went on that doggone cruise for 2 weeks. And they came back home. Well, Chris came home sick. And then Brandy got it. And now Joey's sick. And now I'm starting to get a sore throat. I said, oh, we ain't putting up with this crap. So I asked him yesterday, I said, do I need to go get you a COVID test to test and see if you have COVID? And he said, no, if I don't get no better, we might think about it a little later on. So anyway, cornbread and onion. Well, hey, you're in luck, Brent, because I did a video on our Mexican cornbread, the way we make it here in Georgia, and it turned out doggone good. Everybody here in my house, I made a big old pan of, I call it a big old pan of cornbread, and doggone, if over half of it was eaten at one sitting. And that was just, I think Joey had 3 or 4 slices, guys. So, pie cut slices anyway. So I said, yeah, she does go live at 7:00. And usually that's not a problem because Joey's up at the barn usually. But with it being so cold, I have to go in another room because he's watching TV in there where I usually sit in my recliner and do all this. But anyway, guys, this I am going to try my best to get out something interesting for y'all in the next few days. Maybe somebody will be interested. Anyway. I know that, Peter. You don't want me to sneeze on you, do you, hon? That was funny. Crack me up there, guys. Crack me up. Oh, Lord. I was going to tell y'all a joke, but my mind just went blank. Oh, Lord. But anyhow, yep. We got the, yeah, guys, we got our deposit down for our carport. Can't wait till it gets here. That's going to be so nice for me not to walk up that doggone hill to the big barn up there where I'm having to park my vehicle every day. Last couple of days when we went somewhere with this cold, I told Joey, I says, honk when you get it pulled out and down here to the house. I'm sending him up the hill for the vehicle, and I'm waiting in the house until he pulls up down here beside the house. I'm a mean woman, ain't I? He just looks at me like, yeah, this crap ain't keeping up. Oh, yep. But yeah, we we will both be excited to have that because it'll give him more room up there for him and all his buddies to work on their motorcycles and store stuff. Because one of his buddies, his sister, he lives on his sister's property. Well, he lives beside his sister's property. It's a dead end road, and every time he buys something or brings something home, his sister fusses about it. That he don't need to be spending his money on that. That he needs to be doing this or that. And I think it's the funniest thing because the last time he brought his motorcycle over here when he bought another motorcycle. We don't buy new stuff. They buy stuff and then they work on it and then they take it home. You know how that goes. So I guess Joey just likes working on that junk anyway. So he brought an old, was it panhead? I think he bought a panhead. And they brought it over here and they piddled with it and worked on it and done all kind of stuff on 2 or 3 months. And then he finally took it home on the back of the truck or trailer or something. And doggone, before they could get turned around down there to unload the thing, his sister come walking up and said, who's done bought another motorcycle? Yep. Yeah, we got shovel heads and pan heads and heritages and, low riders, and we got them. Now Joey's, he traded a little teeny tiny Honda mini bike, like it might have been a 50. No, I think it was a 100 mini bike for a 100 dirt bike. And I have loved that thing, guys. I've been riding it all over the place. But he took it apart and he's redoing the front forks on it because the didn't have any oil in there. So he's redoing all the seals and all in that. But anyway, some guy came up and he had this thing and we didn't want to spend, he had spent enough money on it with what he had spent for it and what new parts he had put in it. So he didn't want to spend any more money on it to purchase a correct gas tank. Let's put it that way. And so he just put a gas tank that really wasn't the gas tank that belonged on it, but it was working. But these guys decided they wanted to trade, and that thing ran good, but it had the wrong needle in the carburetor. And so anyway, Joey got the new needle, and he rebuilt all that, and you know how you do. So yeah, I know what you're talking about. Well, it'll be spraying with Lysol, guys. Yep. Try to keep things down around here. I told the kids, well, my oldest daughter got sick right through Christmas. She didn't even get up Christmas Day. So she was sick. So she was the first one to get sick. And then Joey got it. And so now with my sore throat, I'm probably fixing to get it. So that's what I need. Another problem. Doggone it. I'm sick of this crap. Anyway, yep. But we're going to, I don't know, I'm going to be checking. I want to get some broccoli out, but I think probably about the middle of this month, I'm going to do some starch for my broccoli and cabbage in the house. Probably in the back bathroom because we don't use it unless we have company. The dogs stay in the back bedroom that's downstairs. We have 2 bedrooms upstairs, but the back bedroom downstairs has its own bathroom off from it. And so the dogs stay in that bedroom at night. The 2 main ones. Josie stays in our bedroom. But anyway, she's 100 years old. So poor little thing. I got to get her toenails because she wakes me up in the night clicking across the floor, and I hear every step she takes. I know just as well if she goes in the kitchen or in the living room or out the pet door or whatever. I can hear it. It's the funniest thing is some people like that sound, but it's like some people don't like the sound of nails scratching on a chalkboard. That's what them toenails do to me. It just tears me up. So I've got to get her little butt caught up and give her another bath because she's done gotten dirty, and get them toenails because they're a lot easier to grind whenever her little toenails are wet. After she's had a bath, I guess they're softer or whatever. But anyway, she has some big old thick toenails for such a little bitty tiny dog. But anyway, I got her a little Santa outfit. And then I didn't even put it on her at Christmas time. I said, doggone it. I don't know why I did that. It was sitting there, and I just forgot to put it on her and take a picture, guys. But anyway, Sheila said she needs her toenails. Joey takes a real Dremel tool to his toenails. He has super thick toenails. Where my toenails do not grow. I stumped my toes when I was a kid too many times and have dropped things on them and messed them all up. So mine, I've never had those long, pretty toenails like some women will have them all polished up there and they look all nice. I've never had toenails like that in my life, guys. Never. I have little short, stubby, fat feet with high arches. What can I say? Oh, be the end of March for sure. So, Brent, are you guys raising rabbits? And if you are, what kind of rabbits do you have? Because when I come up that way, I might stop over there and get me some, purchase some from you. So let me know. Like I say, I'm wanting to get me some of the pink-eyed rabbits. I forget what they're called, but usually they're white. Because, you can get a bigger rabbit, but the bigger they are, the bigger bone they are. And you get just about as much excuse me, just about as much meat. Now, mine would be for farm use, for eating. What can I say? But yeah, I have figured out that the bigger the rabbit, the bigger the bones in them. So I'm going to get. Getting tired of people being sick and tired. Oh Lordy. Or New Zealand. Okay, I couldn't remember the name of them doggone rabbits. But anyway, those usually have about as much meat on them because they are small boned as the other ones. And the other ones eat a whole lot more. So the New Zealand's don't. And if you really and truly, a rabbit does not need but just about this much food a day. We overfeed our rabbits here in America because they waste so much food. But other countries that raise rabbits don't feed them nearly as much as we do. We have rabbit pricing. 3 rabbits are $60. 20 rabbits are free. Well, I can take all 20 of them then. If you can hang on to them. Flemish giants and Rexes. Okay. Flemish giant. That may be the one I'm talking about that has the bigger bones. I'm not sure. I'll have to look them up. But yeah. So, Jerry, do you know of any more meetups other than MT Homestead and the one Jan is putting on there? I know that they're having that Texas Expo thing coming up. I think it's in April, but I don't know if I will get there. You got 100 of them. Holy cow. Woo, I'd have to have a pasture fence in to put those suckers in to keep them all fed. Oh. Oh, Lordy. The Cali Giants have red eyes too, often too. Hey, there's Jan. Hello, Jan. I still haven't got around to calling you, but I hadn't forgot I need to, girl. I hadn't forgot I need to. Yeah. I want to get things going around here so that I can do that. And hopefully I'm going to build me a all new quail pen. And I may build a brand new rabbit pen too, guys, here in the near future, so that when I get started, I don't have to worry about it. I had gotten the quail from a friend of mine, and something jumped up on the cage and knocked it had the little latch, but the thing that slides back and forth, the spring that keeps it from coming undone, had gotten stuck, and I didn't force it. I didn't go and take the WD-40 or anything and force it, get it loose where it would. And I put those things in there, and doggone, we were gone real late one night. And as soon as I come in, I noticed that the door was open, and every single one of my quails were gone. Now I didn't find any feathers, so I'm hoping they just escaped. But when you have quail, and these were little quail too, they were not big quail, so I doubt that any of them made it. Anyway, so just thinking, there's old Loose Fonda. That's right, Lucy Flossie. Oh yeah. I've got to get on there. Get you called up, Jan. Anyway, but yeah, we've been trying to get more of a meat source around here other than just my goats and sheep, which I've never ate any of my goats and sheep. I usually sell the males and then just put that money toward buying more feed because, during the summertime, I just feed them 1 scoop of food at night, and that's between all of them, so just to keep them coming to the barn where I can get a count on them and all that stuff, because I got 20 acres of pasture here. So, and my fences are not good enough to put real cattle in. Because I built these fences, for horses 20, 30, probably 40 years ago. And they've not been fixed since then, guys. So they're not in that great a shape. Plus, the horses have put their heads over because I didn't want to put barbed wire on the top, because the horses would get scratches or cuts on them. You know how that goes. Horses are not real smart when it comes to that kind of stuff. So, anyway, but I would love to be able to do something like that. 3 hot wire fences. Is that the same one, Jerry, that keeps escaping on y'all? The escape artist that your wife talks about all the time. Oh Lordy, she might have to go to the sale barn. She sounds like a problem. I had that one escape artist that was a goat here, and I finally got rid of her because she was eating up all my roses. She was figuring out, she could come over a fence, and she was a little tiny goat. She was not a big goat. She poked holes in my chicken pen because she was getting on top of it, and I got the 2x4 wire all around the sides. That heifer would get up on the very top where it just had chicken wire. And she was poking holes with her little feet. She'd get up there and lay down on top of the just drive you nuts, just to drive you nuts. So Deborah's got to take her for a horse ride on her birthday. Well, that sure is a pretty horse that she was feeding there for a while. I don't know if he's rideable, but he was gorgeous. My little man Lightning, if I'm going to end up keeping him till he passes away, I really need to get him another horse friend. But he seems to do really well with the sheep and goats. He was really lonesome before I started adding the sheep and goats. But oh, did not go anywhere because she was born there. Oh. Jan says they have a jumper. Is that a cow, Jan, too? When I was in high school, my family lived on rural property, and we built up to 60 plus breeding stock and raised 1,000 plus bunnies the next summer. Holy cow. Back when we were kids, my little sister wanted ducks. So they got her 2 ducks. Well, they ended up being a pair. We ended up with over 100 friggin' ducks around here. Them, what are the white ones? What are they called? Peking ducks or whatever they call them. Anyway, so then they got, I guess, that bird flu because all of a sudden, or else we had a big hawk or owl or something that started picking them off, and they started disappearing. So we finally ended up. I think they sold the rest of them with what didn't get ate. You know how that goes. Now, my family, they were lazy. We didn't eat the whole duck. We saved the breast. What can I say? Anyway, very little of the duck got ate. What can I say? Yeah, that was crazy. But the thing was, we wasn't buying feed for them. They were just surviving around here. And, we have a big lake right down the road. Those ducks didn't leave and go to the lake. Every duck we have had before we got this Walker duck left this house and would disappear. We had one of those Peking ducks, the white ones, that I came home one day and there she was. She was out in the middle of the road and she started running down the road. Next thing I know, she was flying. And she'd go down there to that lake and then she'd come back home. Well, one day she didn't come back home. So I don't know if something got her or if she left with the wild ducks because we had a lot of wild mallards that were landing. And now we have geese too, but they were landing on the lake. You know how that goes. Ducks are very messy, guys. Very messy. So when these go, we are probably not going to have any more. Thank you, Wheat. Wheat says she hopes everybody stays warm. Guys, we had the power knock off for just a little while today, and we went to town when I had to go to the doctor this morning, and we also went to a restaurant. The power went off there, so I am hoping to God that that's not a sign that we're going to lose power around here. But like I say, since they put this Kia plant in not too far from the house, the power company gets their butts on out here and gets the power on. But back when I was a kid, the power would go off around this area and the power would be off for like 10 days or more. It was never under a week. When the power went off, we were the last ones in the county that they would come see about. The guys I dated said they had to pump sunshine out here. They live so far out. It's not far out now, I guess, but it seemed like it back in those days. But guys, we hadn't got but about 4 or 5 minutes, and I just wanted to tell y'all what I always do. God bless y'all. Be nice to people because we don't know what they're going through, what their families are going through, or whatever. There's so much suicide nowadays and mental illness that we just don't want somebody to go off on us and do something that would interfere with our lives or our families' lives from now on. Guys, I appreciate y'all so much. Thank y'all for coming on my channel, supporting me, helping me out. And Brent, you guys know how to put those suckers in a jar, don't you? Those rabbits, I was going to say. Yep, we know how to can those things, put them in a pressure cooker and can them. The rabbit. We've done that lots of times, guys. Done that lots of times. Turtle too. But anyway, that was the days. I only got a few more minutes, but I just wanted to let y'all know that I love y'all. I appreciate everything that you guys have done, helping me out with my channel, watching my videos, just support me in every way you can. I don't know anything about this members thing, but I guess I'm going to have to check into it because YouTube just keeps on sending me texts about I need to do it. Anyway, I'm not really big enough, in my opinion, to think about members. You know, I don't even have 2,000 subscribers yet. But anyway. Uh-oh. Yeah. Yeah, guys. Like Havita said, thank y'all. Don't forget to hit that like button when y'all go out. It helps to get me out there to where other people watch my videos, and it just makes my day when I look back and see this person's comment or that person's comment. I know y'all are thinking about me, or at least peeking for a few seconds in at what I'm doing. So I'm going to be getting out of here in just a second. I just want to let y'all know you've made my day popping in. It's good to see all of y'all, and we will be seeing y'all next week. Same time, same place, girls. Unless I end up in the living room where it's warmer. Fried rabbit last week. I've eaten many a rabbit in my day. Many a squirrel, for that matter. We used to do the squirrels, and thank you, Brent. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. And if y'all do still have rabbits when I'm back out that way, I may check into it. So I will send y'all a text if I'm gonna get back that way. You know, it's a long ways from here to Arkansas, guys. Here to Arkansas. But anyway, I would love to get some rabbits, and I can pick up a crate real easy. You know how that goes. I got a million of them around here. I got a building out here that's slap full of dog crates. You know, I've raised dogs all my life. Anyway, I'm going to let y'all go. We only have a minute, but just wanted to say hey and bye, and we'll see y'all next week. Thank y'all. Thank you for coming in. Bye.